Pisces, August 10th carries a deeply emotional and intuitive energy around you. The tarot suggests that today may not be about chasing something new, as much as finally understanding something that has been quietly unfolding inside your heart. You may wake up with a feeling you can't completely explain. Maybe you feel more sensitive than usual. Maybe an old memory comes back. Maybe you suddenly think about someone you haven't spoken to in a long time. Or perhaps you simply feel that something in your life is about to change. Don't ignore that feeling. Pisces often senses things before there is visible evidence. You may notice a shift in someone's energy before they say anything. You may feel when a situation is no longer right. You may even know that a chapter is ending before you have the courage to admit it. Today, the tarot asks you to trust that inner awareness. But don't confuse intuition with fear. Your intuition feels calm, even when the message is difficult. Fear creates endless questions. Intuition often gives you one simple answer. Listen for the quiet one. There is something you have been carrying emotionally for longer than you realize. Perhaps you have been waiting for someone to change. Waiting for an apology. Waiting for a message. Waiting for an opportunity. Waiting for life to return to the way it used to be. But August 10th may help you understand something important. Not everything that leaves your life is meant to come back. Sometimes a door closes because you are being guided toward another one. And sometimes the hardest thing is not losing someone. It is accepting that you no longer need them. In love, this message becomes especially powerful. If you're in a relationship, you may feel the need for deeper emotional connection today. You don't want superficial conversations. You want to know what your partner truly feels. You want to know whether you are both dreaming about the same future. You may want more affection, reassurance, or simply more time together. If you have been emotionally distant from each other, don't allow silence to become a habit. Say something, even if it feels awkward. Even if you don't know exactly how to explain it. Start with the truth. I miss feeling close to you. Sometimes one honest sentence can open a conversation that has been waiting for weeks. Your partner may surprise you. They may reveal that they have been struggling too. Perhaps they have been worried about work, money, family, their own future. And their emotional distance may have had nothing to do with how they feel about you. But the tarot also asks Pisces to recognize when love becomes one-sided. You may be someone who forgives easily. You understand people's pain. You see their potential. You make excuses for their behavior because you know what they may be going through. But compassion does not mean accepting endless disappointment. You can understand someone and still walk away. You can love someone and still say no. You can forgive someone and still decide that they no longer belong in your future. That is not cruelty. That is emotional maturity. If you're single, Pisces, the romantic energy is surprisingly gentle. Someone may enter your life without making a dramatic entrance. Could begin with a conversation, a friendship, a casual meeting, a message, a mutual connection. You may not immediately recognize how important this person could become, but there may be something about their energy that feels safe. They may listen. They may remember little things you say. They may make you feel comfortable enough to be yourself. Don't rush. You don't need to know where this connection is going. Let it develop naturally. The strongest relationships sometimes begin quietly. If someone from your past returns, however, be careful with nostalgia. You may remember the beautiful moments and forget the reasons you were hurt. Before reopening that door, ask yourself, has the situation actually changed? Or do I simply miss how I felt when things were good? That answer could save you from repeating an old cycle. Career energy brings a different kind of message. You may feel that your current professional life doesn't fully reflect your potential. Perhaps you have been doing more than people realize. Maybe you've been helping others while your own goals remain unfinished. Or perhaps you're beginning to imagine something completely different. A creative career, a new business, working online, project you've been thinking about, something involving art, writing, communication, design, healing, teaching, or imagination. The tarot suggests that your creativity is more valuable than you may think. Pisces often has ideas that seem unrealistic to other people, but some of those ideas may contain the beginning of something meaningful. Don't immediately reject them. Write them down. Research them. Give them structure. Your dream becomes more powerful when you give it a plan. You don't have to turn it into a business tomorrow. You simply have to stop treating your own ideas as if they don't matter. There may also be a professional opportunity connected to someone you already know. A friend, a former colleague, a family connection, someone who has watched your work from a distance. A conversation today could lead to something later. So don't isolate yourself. Answer messages. Stay connected. Tell people what you're working toward. Sometimes opportunities appear after people finally understand what you want. Financially, August 10th asks you to protect your emotional relationship with money. You may have moments when you spend because you're emotional. When you're sad, you want comfort. When you're excited, you want to celebrate. When you're stressed, you want something that makes you feel better. That's human. But today, try to pause before making an emotional purchase. Ask, will this actually improve my life? Or will it only improve my mood for a few hours? That question can change your spending habits. You may also be thinking about creating more financial security. Perhaps you want to save, start a side income, pay off something, move to a better home, help your family, or simply stop feeling anxious about unexpected expenses. The tarot suggests that stability is possible, but it will come through small, consistent choices. Don't underestimate small amounts. Don't underestimate small improvements. A little saved regularly becomes something significant. A small skill developed consistently can become an income stream. A small business started carefully can become something much larger. You don't need a miracle. You need consistency. Family matters may touch your heart today. Someone may come to you because they trust your emotional understanding. You may find yourself listening to someone else's pain. And because you are naturally empathetic, you may absorb their emotions. Be careful. You can listen without carrying the entire burden. You can love someone without becoming responsible for their happiness. You can support someone without sacrificing your own emotional stability. This is an important lesson for Pisces. Not every sadness around you belongs to you. Not every problem requires your solution. Sometimes the most loving thing you can do is simply be present. There may also be an opportunity to reconnect with someone in your family. A short message, a phone call, a visit. Something simple. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Life is too unpredictable to assume that you'll always have another chance. If there has been an old disagreement, you don't necessarily have to solve everything today. You can simply soften the distance. And sometimes that's enough. Emotionally, August 10th may bring a memory from your past. Perhaps something you haven't thought about for a long time suddenly appears in your mind. Person, place, conversation, a version of yourself. You may feel emotional. Let yourself feel it. Don't immediately try to distract yourself. Some emotions return because they are ready to leave. Maybe you never fully processed what happened. Maybe you were too busy surviving at the time. Maybe you didn't have the words then, but you have them now. You can finally look at the past with compassion. Not blame. Not shame. Compassion. Tell yourself, I did the best I could with what I knew then. You don't have to punish your younger self forever. You are allowed to grow beyond your old decisions. As the day progresses, something may become clearer. You may understand why a certain relationship ended, why an opportunity disappeared, why a plan failed. Why someone walked away. Why you were forced to wait. What felt like a delay may actually have been protection. You may not have been ready for what you wanted. Or perhaps what you wanted wasn't actually good for you. Sometimes life protects us by disappointing us. It doesn't feel like protection at the time. But later we understand. Pisces, today may be one of those moments of understanding. Your intuition may also become unusually strong. You might have a vivid dream. A strange coincidence may happen. You may hear a phrase that feels strangely relevant. You may think about someone moments before they contact you. Take note of these moments, but stay grounded. Your intuition can guide you, but your practical judgment should still be part of the decision. The strongest guidance comes when your heart and mind work together. By the evening, you may feel like withdrawing from noise. Do it. You don't have to be available to everyone. Turn off unnecessary notifications. Put your phone aside. Listen to music. Take a shower. Go for a walk. Sit near water if you can. Write down your thoughts. Give your nervous system a chance to slow down. You may discover that the answer you've been looking for appears when you stop searching. There is a reason quiet moments are powerful for Pisces. Your mind processes things differently when you aren't surrounded by other people's opinions. And tonight, you may finally hear your own voice. Not your family's voice. Not your partner's voice. Not society's voice. Yours. Ask yourself, what do I want my life to feel like? Not what should it look like. What should it feel like? Peaceful? Exciting? Secure? Free? Creative? Loved? Meaningful? Your answer matters. Because once you know how you want your life to feel, you can begin making decisions that move you closer to that feeling. You may realize that some things you chased were never really what you wanted. Maybe you chased money when you actually wanted security. Maybe you chased attention when you actually wanted love. Maybe you chased success when you actually wanted freedom. Maybe you chased someone when what you really wanted was to feel chosen. That realization can change the way you make decisions. Pisces, you don't need to keep repeating the same patterns simply because you've repeated them before. You can choose differently. You can love differently. You can work differently. You can protect your energy differently. You can build a future that feels softer than your past. And that doesn't mean becoming weak. It means becoming wiser. As August 10th comes closer to an end, the tarot suggests that your heart may feel lighter. Not because every problem has disappeared, but because you have stopped believing that you need to solve everything immediately. You may finally accept that some answers require time. Some relationships need distance. Some opportunities need preparation. Some dreams need patience. And some endings simply need acceptance. That is okay. You don't have to force the timeline. What belongs in your life will find its way toward you. And what is leaving may be making room for something more aligned. Before you sleep, think about one thing you are ready to release. Maybe fear. Maybe guilt. Maybe an old relationship. Maybe resentment. Maybe the need to control everything. Then think about one thing you want to welcome. Peace. Love. Money. Confidence. A new opportunity. A healthier relationship. A fresh beginning. Hold that intention quietly. You don't have to announce it. You don't have to prove it. Just believe that your life can change. Because it can. The tarot message for Pisces on August 10th is not about predicting one dramatic event. It is about recognizing a deeper transformation already happening inside you. You are becoming more selective about who receives your energy. More careful about where you invest your emotions. More honest about what you need. More willing to leave situations that continually hurt you. And more open to receiving the kind of love and opportunity you once thought you had to chase. That is a beautiful change. So Pisces, If someone reaches out today, don't immediately assume what they want. Listen. If an opportunity appears, don't immediately say no because you're afraid. Explore it. If someone disappoints you, don't automatically blame yourself. Look at the situation honestly. If your heart tells you that something is over, don't force it. And if something beautiful begins quietly, give it time. Not everything meaningful arrives with fireworks. Some blessings arrive as a simple conversation. Peaceful morning. Kind message. A new idea. Person who makes you feel safe. A decision to finally choose yourself. Sometimes the biggest changes begin in very small moments. And August 10th may contain one of those moments for you. Tonight, remember this, you are not too sensitive. You simply feel deeply. You are not too emotional. You simply care sincerely. You are not weak because you need rest. You are human. And you do not need to become harder to survive. You need to become wiser about where you place your softness. Give it to people who respect it. Give it to dreams that deserve your energy. Give it to yourself. Because the future version of you is waiting for the day you finally understand that you don't have to chase everything. Some things are meant to meet you halfway. And Pisces, August 10th may be the day you stop chasing what keeps running away and finally turn toward what is quietly coming closer.